Happy Halloween, everybody. Friday, October 31st, 2025. James Rule XRP, the crypto teacher. Nothing I talk about is financial advice. I've been pulling up the news. I've been pulling up the breadcrumbs. I get it out to you and I let you dig into it a little bit deeper. Man, I got an email this morning for one of our Texas representatives, pro-crypto Texas representatives. We're going to show you that. We're going to show you XRP ETFs. We're going to show you a presentation that ties Ripple partnerships with different aspects of blockchain as well as other major players. And we're going to have a good time. And we're going to have a real good time. So today's sponsor is iTrustCapital. If you have old 401ks from previous employers that are just sitting there, you can roll them into iTrustCapital as a crypto and precious metal enabled IRA. You can also use iTrustCapital's premium custody account if you do not self-custody crypto. If you have a ton of XRP or Bitcoin or whatever sitting on an Uphold or Coinbase or Binance or whatever exchange, you could roll it over into iTrustCapital and have institutional grade custody. US based, low cost, no monthly fees. iTrustCapital. Sign up for free. Tell them James Rule XRP sent you by. Crypto numbers, $3.77 trillion with a T. Bitcoin is 109,979, up a little bit in the 24. Ethereum is $3,851, up a little bit. XRP is exactly $2.50, people. 4 for $10, baby. You get 4 XRP for $10. About 5 years ago, I told all the guys I worked with, XRP's 5 for $1. It's the Kmart Blue Light Special. Back up the truck. Well, right now, it's 4 for $10, which is still a Kmart Blue Light Special, believe it or not. People are laughing at me. I'm going to wait for it to go under $2 before I even touch it. Well, you might be waiting for a long time, people. Or I'm going to wait for it to go to $5. I'm going to wait for it to go to $10. When it goes to $10, I'm going to buy 10 for $100. Or when it goes to $20, I'm going to buy 5 XRP for $100, people. It's coming and it's going to happen one of these days. So I got a response back from Representative Brian Babin in Texas. And I'm a member of Stand With Crypto. And what Stand With Crypto does, they're educating our politicians. They are a leading crypto advocacy organization. They always send me emails talking about the latest and greatest. Like, you know, the Genius Act has already been passed. Now we're waiting for the Clarity Act to pass. So Stand With Crypto sent me an email at Stand With Crypto. And then I emailed my local politicians, Brian Babin, Ted Cruz, and others. And this is what I got back from Brian Babin. He actually signed the email. Thank you for contacting me regarding HR 3633, the Digital Asset Market Clarity Act of 2025, also known as the Clarity Act. I appreciate your insights. It says Representative French Hill introduced the Clarity Act on May 29th of this year, which was passed by the House of Representatives on July 17th by a vote of 294 to 134. I voted in favor of the bill at that time. The legislation now awaits further action in the Senate. If passed by the Senate and signed into law, this bill would create clear rules for handling digital assets like cryptocurrencies. Currently, multiple government agencies have conflicting or overlapping authorities, which make complying with regulations confusing. This bill would give the CFTC oversight of digital commodities, as well as the SEC would oversee digital assets like investment contracts and certain trading platforms. These clarified roles and responsibilities help protect consumers, stop fraud, and give business a fair and stable system to follow. Representative Brian Babin is pro-crypto. Is your representatives in your state pro-crypto? If not, you need to join Stand With Crypto. Every time you're contacted by Stand With Crypto, you email your representatives to educate them about the good. Soil. Soil is celebrating the rise of RLUSD, the native stablecoin of the XRP ledger, with a community raffle rewarding early adopters who help grow the RLUSD system. Let's break it down. How to win a part of $2,000 of XRP and RLUSD prize pool. What's it all about? Well, the RLUSD raffle is your chance to earn XRP, RLUSD, and seeds by holding one RLUSD, completing the KYC at xrpl.soil.co. Share your referral link with friends. For these actions, you'll get seed points, and the person with the most seeds wins. Timeline is October 22nd through November 12th. The snapshot will be on November 12th, and the winners will be announced within 7 days. I'm going to leave a copy of this below so you can tear it down. You're going to be able to loan your RLUSD. You're going to get back revenue. You're going to get back seed. And it's really exciting that this organization is working with Ripple and RLUSD and the XRP ledger and all the above. So check it out below. Enter to win. Okay, so this article came out. It looks like the US penny is going to be retired in 2026. That means they are no longer going to mint US pennies in 2026. And there are already stores with signs out front that says, look, our lowest denomination is a nickel. We do not accept pennies. We're going to round up to the nearest nickel. Then they're going to round up to the nearest quarter. Then they're going to round up to the dollar. I mean, it's coming, people. And everything's going digital. I mean, there'll still be a lot of pennies in circulation from years to come, but they're not going to print anymore. So as people are collecting or knowing that these are going to go out, they may be hoarding them to be collectibles in the future. So in 2018, I purchased XRP. And there were so many steps that I had to go through in 2017, 2018. It was crazy because I had to first purchase Bitcoin or Ethereum. And then I had to use a platform like BitSane. I had to send the Ethereum to BitSane. And then I had to tap on the ETH wallet. Then I had to do a transfer and then swap it out. And it was all a pain in the butt. I mean, now you can go to a centralized exchange like an Uphold or Coinbase or whatever and buy it straight out. But back just 8 or 9 years ago, it was a pain in the butt because you had to purchase other cryptos first and then exchange them out on this BitSane exchange just to get XRP. It was called Ripple at the time. Canary XRP sets November 13th launch for XRP spot ETF. Now, you know, we've had a delay because of the shutdown. Well, the SEC is allowing these organizations to resubmit their S1s with a launch date, which is guaranteed after 14 days. So Canary XRP files updated S1 for XRP spot ETF. Delaying amendment has been removed to allow auto registration with the SEC, people. And once that happens, you have 14 days and it goes live. So the Canary XRP ETF, XRP spot ETF is set to go live, which is going to happen on November 13th, people. It's coming up. It's coming up. Securitize. A member of Securitize is going to be at Ripple Swell. And right now it says Securitize tokenization is going public. In case you missed it, tokenization is going public. This week, we announced plans for Securitize to go public through a $1.25 billion SPAC transition with Cantor Equity Partners. And if we go down here, we can see this individual here, Carlos Domingo, is going to be at Ripple Swell representing Securitize. CoinDesk is going to be there, and this just covers all the information about the SPAC, about tokenization. I'm not going to play the videos and everything, but I mean, tokenization is where it's at. And finally, I'm going to end it with this. I found this morning. I was looking for PDFs, 2025, Ripple, ETFs, tokenization, all the above. Well, guess what I found? I found this Houlihan Lokey FinTech Group Digital Asset Market Update, fall of 2025. It is 61 pages long, but I'm only going to go through the highlights as I made screenshots of them and posted them on X about an hour ago. It goes through all the aspects, cross-industry. It talks all the different firms, the segment landscape, how they cover digital assets, firm-wide capabilities. And right here, they're showing PolySign. That's interesting. So if we keep going down through here, bear with me, there's so much to cover here. You got stablecoin and TradeFi infrastructure convergence. It shows how Privy and Stripe and all of these individuals, BNV or BVNK and Visa, Bridge and Stripe, Curve and PayPal are all starting to integrate together. Well, if we come down here a little bit further, let's keep going. Bear with me. Here we go. Onset of institutional service platforms. You got Medico and Ripple, Helio, MoonPay. You got Hidden Road and Ripple, Coinbase and Liquify. You know, all of these big players are starting to come together for custody purposes, for tokenization purposes, for stablecoin purchases. There are so many things happening. Fireblocks, BNY. BNY is the custodian to RLUSD, which is Ripple's native stablecoin. Exchanges, working with other organizations. What do we got right here? Okay, so this is exchange and brokerage consolidation. You're looking at front-end only aggregators. You're looking at retail-heavy, institutional-focused full-stack platforms. Ripple and Medico fall into full-stack platforms for institutional focus. It's coming, people, and it's going to be big. Let's see, is Ripple in any of these? I'm going to keep going. Bear with it. Just like I said, there's 61 pages of fire here. On-chain protocol and DeFi mergers. You got Ripple and Rail. And like I said, there's so much. I prepared to just scroll through here. It talks about the Genius Act. It talks about MiCA in the EU. Stable coins, bringing the dollar onto the blockchain, the first killer app. Stable coins, a primer. If we keep going here, okay, here it is. Selected recent market activity. BNY Mellon named custodian for Ripple's RLUSD. What we are reading, a guide to stablecoins, a deeper dive. I mean, it's happening, people. And right here, I sent them an email so I could possibly be able to see the illustrations here of the other shots or the other panels. So I'm waiting on a reply from them. If they do send me the legible copy, I will reshare it again on YouTube. So things are happening. Ripple Swell kicks off Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. I'm really curious to see some of the news that comes out from the meeting with all these big players, all these financial institutions, all these, it's just going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy wild. And so many things are going to be talked about, and hopefully so many things are going to be leaked behind closed doors. They're going to open up the doors and hopefully let us know what's going on. So be sure to subscribe to the James Rule Crypto Show. I have a lot to do today. Watch out for those trick-or-treaters tonight. Be careful and do the right thing. And don't forget, I told you so.